I think of trading as a business, right? You were running a business
Mhm.
and you're running through the steps to run the business, whatever they are. You've got an opportunity set in front of you. You're trading in that opportunity set, and it's an ongoing daily thing. And it's not investing per se, where it's I'm going to leave the capital to somebody else to do something else with it in some sort of business form where they're going to do the reinvesting. I mean, it's like sort of like the difference between the active business aspect of it versus a passive business aspect of it. You're a passive uh, um, investor, so to speak, leaving activism out, but you're passive to somebody else doing things for you with the capital you've provided them. And you're really not having any influence on that business. But the business of trading is a business in of itself.
Yeah.
That is you open the store every morning, you got stuff to do, you might have some inventory that you've collected that you've got to clear, that you think you're buying lower and selling higher, or the opposite in a profitable direction. So to me, it's an interesting thing. And then you get into such narrow knowledge in that space and providing liquidity to markets. And something I'm interested in, like your cohort of 2000, I mean, you were coming into NASDAQ 5,000 the first time,
Mhm.
right? And so how was that? Who survived and how did you survive, right? You come into 2000, I imagine everybody around you is there's all kinds of cohorts that are making lots of money trading, I'm assuming. So
Yeah.
you come into this business. Why did it attract you at that point? And then how the hell did you survive? Like, how did you twist? Did you just have good mentorship, good coaching? Like, how did you make it through? Because I imagine if you looked at your cohort from that year, there wouldn't be, were there many surviving traders that started in 2000 with you?
So, oh man, it's such a good question. First of all, your analogy of trading as a business, it's 100% spot on. I should have just said that right from the beginning. It's exactly, I mean, there's no better description of it than trading is a business. So it's the kind of thing that one would invest in, but it's not investing. It's actually, it is a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to my cohort. So if we go back, okay, if we go back to that, it's really amusing because here I have no worldliness about me whatsoever, right? I'm going into this job. I show up. I show up one morning and I get my fingerprints done. There's the bathroom. I'll go down to the floor and go stand next to somebody. Like that was day one. Like go stand next to somebody. I'm going to stand next to this trader, and he's got all these fancy spreadsheets. By the way, I have never seen Excel at this point. I don't have any skills whatsoever. I know nothing about anything. So uh, I don't even know how Excel works. He's got all these workbooks open. There's 20 tabs on each one of them and a million calculations on pricing models and all this stuff. I don't know what's going on. He's like, the booth is, this tiny little thing. It stinks like man. And he's just like, dude, get out of my way. It's like the most uncomfortable. I wanted to quit after the first day. It was absolutely terrible. So, and I didn't know what was going on around me, which was like, this was a bonanza. I mean, this was like, I was at SIG in 2000. This is a year, they were probably, the Q's pit was, I was on the mezzanine of the Amex. So the Q's, I was in this one corner, and the Q's pit where they traded just the ETF. That was a big product back then. That was a new product.
Huge.
That was and that was rocking. I mean, rocking. I don't know how many people were standing in that pit. And you're making Q's market. These guys are making Q's market, 15 cents wide, right? It's like totally different game. And so this place is rocking. The first guy they assigned me to actually go work for, like I stand there like an ass for a couple of days, don't know anything, and then finally they're like, you know what? Why don't you go with Reggie Brown? Reggie,
No way.
yeah, oh yeah, for real. So Reggie,
Wow.
they're like, Reggie will take you. So I'm like, so I basically go to clerk for Reggie. So Reggie's standing in the spot in the spiders. So Spear Leads is the specialist there. Still, that's a rocking pit too. Spider's a big deal. So I'm standing. Reggie's in the pit. He's the biggest dude in the pit. Absolute monster. He's got SIG's capital, and he's a monster himself. And like, he's the man, right? And so I'm standing like 6 feet from Reggie. I got my own booth. I got a spreadsheet. Again, I don't know anything about Excel. At this point, I'm just putting in trades. Like Reggie's giving me his trade pads. He's like, a million trades a second, writing them down, throwing the paper at me. I screw, I had the point, eventually as I started to learn a business, I got the point clerk in Chicago. We had the point clerk in Chicago to do the futures hedges for us. I mean, I remember, Reggie, maybe he'll kill me for saying this, but I remember one time missing a hedge and Reggie came by and like literally like took the phone, was angry, like smacked it against the side. Dude, and Reggie's a big dude. He vaporized the phone. There was like nothing left, dust, like dust. And I'm like, how do I get a new phone? Like where, like I need a phone to do my job. Where am I gonna get a phone?
Dude pops out of the floor with a phone because this happens on a trading floor.
It's funny. I literally don't even remember how we got the phone. They did it. I still don't even remember how we did it. Anyway, we ended up. So I'm learning Excel. I'm like literally learning like how the cells work. I don't know shit. It's really kind of pathetic. But the point was at the time, business was amazing. So how did I survive? It was almost like, how could I not survive? They were crushing it. And we were like, so I was part of the largest cohort. Joke around all the time. It's like, if I tried to get hired today out of college, I probably don't get hired. Because they were like, we need warm bodies. We're going to train you and you're going to stand in a pit and you're going to say, me too. Just put your hand up, say me too. I mean, they really did train us, but they could have gotten away with that. There were other firms that were basically just putting anybody with a pulse in the pit, stand there and just do what everybody else does. And you could have made a great living doing that. So
for about 6 months.
Well, even afterwards, I mean, it was kind of like, because, you're delta neutral, right? So you didn't really care.
Okay.
And so we were,
So you just wanted the volume there.
You just wanted the volume, right?